Welcome back to Bedtime Stories to Fall Asleep. Tonight we have the Happy Prince coming back and the little swallow. We're gonna have a kind of an origin story of the Happy Prince. How did he go from a Happy Prince to a golden statue with bright sapphire eyes? How did that happen? Well, this is what we'll find out. So, tuck down in bed, put those bed sheets, make yourself comfy, or maybe drink a nice cup of hot chocolate. I have a little bit of a throat problem tonight, but I'm gonna power through with you, and then maybe I'm gonna take a nice hot chocolate or some nice hot cup of tea. Enjoy. Now, as we begin tonight's story, I want you to imagine for just a moment that every time that you had some bad sleepless nights, if somebody noticed your red eyes or your low energy, you would die. If your friend noticed your low energy, you would die. If a colleague noticed your red eyes, you would die. If your mother on the phone when you talked with her noticed that you had lower energy than usual, that would mean your death. That is very scary, isn't it? Why am I asking you these questions? Well, because our character today will be placed in this exact same situation, in this very scary situation. So hopefully you don't need to think about that. That's not going to happen to you, hopefully. Probably not going to happen, but this is going to happen to our character tonight. So let's go find out how is he placed in that situation and what happens with the Happy Prince. So here we go. This is the origin story of the Happy Prince. The Happy Prince, before becoming a golden statue with sapphire eyes and helping others with their sleep problems, the Happy Prince was a Happy Prince in the Happy Kingdom. And in the Happy Kingdom there is just one rule: no sadness. Sadness was reserved in the sad kingdom. In the Happy Kingdom you had to be happy. If you were not happy, you were dead. A man with a black cowl, and one of those black cowls with a battered chest and holding an axe, he would put your head on the chopping block and he would cut you down, would cut your head down. That's what happened in the Happy Kingdom when you were not happy. It did not matter if you were the happy king or if you were a king or a beggar or a prince. If you were sad, you were dead. And what you might think, why is that bad? The Happy Prince, he was happy, he was not sad. Well, that is true, but yes, the Happy Prince was happy as a child. He was happy and buoyant and cheerful, but as he went into his 20s, one day he had trouble falling asleep. And when the first day, it did not matter. He was a little bit low energy, he wasn't sad about it, but when the second night he would not fall asleep and he went through 48 hours of no sleep, that morning he did not feel like a happy prince at all. He started feeling like a sad prince. That day, as he went on his happy horse and went on a happy street to meet the happy citizen, he started feeling a little bit anxious. What if somebody saw him? What if somebody saw that he had low energy and his eyes were red? And what if somebody pointed at his head and said, why does the Happy Prince look low energy and kind of sad? If somebody did that, then that could mean he would die. That was obvious. Can you see how that is a problem? So the Happy Prince that day, he decided to put on his biggest smile and try to pretend that he was happy. And that's what he did. Fast forward to the following night. Now it's been 48 hours since the Happy Prince has not slept. He's back in his happy bed and he's feeling a little bit anxious, falling asleep. Can you see that how after 48 hours of no sleep, if he does not sleep that night as well, he's gonna be quite a sad prince, right? Well, right now he was in bed, he was tossing around, thinking to the following day, what's gonna happen if he does not fall asleep again? What if a happy boy on the happy street points to the happy prince on the happy horse and says, "Why does the happy prince look so sad?" So the happy prince was having all these negative thoughts. His heart started pumping and racing as a rabbit being chased by a pack of wolves in the night, and as his heart raced faster and faster, beating faster and faster and faster. At one point it skipped a beat as a rabbit skipping a beat, and it stopped beating. And the happy heart of the happy prince stopped. The following morning, they found the happy prince was now no longer a happy prince or a sad prince. He was in fact a dead prince. In the original story, in the Oscar Wilde story of the Happy Prince and the Little Swallow, the Happy Prince, he dies by a mysterious death. Now you might ask yourself, Vulcan, why did you decide to make insomnia kill the Happy Prince? Why are you so bad? Well, here is why, and this is something that most people don't know about bad sleep. They did this really interesting researchers were wondering, at daylight savings time where we lose just 1 hour of sleep, would there be any connection between 1 hour of lost sleep and heart attacks? Like just 1 hour of bad sleep, that cannot cause heart attacks, right? Well, that's what the researchers, they thought, and when they looked at the data of 2.5 billion people for the last 10 years, they were shocked. Because at the following day, they saw there was an increase of heart attacks, not just by 10% or 20%, there was an increase of almost 30% of heart attacks. That is huge, just 1 hour of lost sleep, plus 30 increases in heart attacks, and that is why the #1 sleep researcher, Matthew Walker, you might have heard of him say, it's kind of like his tagline, the less you sleep, the less you live. That is bad, and that is why I am on a mission today to grow this YouTube channel to 1 million dormitories, 1 million sleeping well at night. And why? Because to me, insomnia is a hitman in the night who, he kind of dresses like a hitman in these clothes of just some bad sleep. It's just some bad sleep. It's nothing to worry about. But what most people don't know is that this hitman, it silently kills them, silently poisons them and kills them slowly, but very, very potently. And that is why I thank you for hanging out with me and watching these videos. The more of these videos you watch and the longer you watch, the more YouTube makes them more popular, so more people see them and more people can become dormitories on this channel, joining the fight, becoming one of those 1 million dormitories. So, thank you for watching today. Thank you for being a person who is somebody who takes care of his health and his sleep. So, my name is Vulcan. I wish you a very good night and a very good sleep, and I'll see you in the next one.